Good morning, my beautiful people. I'm trying to get back in the practice of pulling my runes in the morning so I know what to consider throughout the day, and figured you might want me to pull them earlier so that you can figure out what you want to do today. All right, we have our green man. Green man is a Celtic symbol. Connection to nature, humans and nature together. And then we have our crystal, which is, it's kind of nicking some of the stones, so I'm going to actually put it on my shelf. We have our Iona stones in the Isle of Iona and the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. Then we have our Icelandic stone, which is a gift from my boss. So we haven't done a Celtic cross for a while, so let's do that, shall we? What is our present energy? Those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Beth, and I pull runes every single day. Well, on most days. Sometimes I publish videos about them, sometimes I don't. If anybody runs around pretending to be me, I don't charge. I do Rune Stone readings, but I don't charge. And you can learn more about that in the description below. So if anybody's asking you for money, it's not me. Alright, what's our present energy? Rado. Alright, in the Celtic cross, we start in the eastern position, and that is what brought us to this energy, this movement energy. We have the dice cup per throw, which means chance or luck. It's the stone we know the least about. So the unknown. So it's unknown why you got to this wagon position, wagon wheel. Then we go to the southern position, which is what are the influences that we cannot control, things in the situation that we can't control. Not this. Not this. And that means need or necessity. Then we go to the western position, which means what in our what can we control in our environment. Hagelas, which is chaos or hail. And then what is the potential outcome? Fehu, which is new beginning. And also the first letter in the Elder Futhark alphabet, which is what these stones are written in. Okay, I'm going to take a hot minute to look at the stones and talk to Spirit, and I'll be right back. So, I always say this. Stones are always interesting. And when you look at a stone, stones that are laid out this way, you automatically are drawn to the negativity of the stones, because Hagelas is a negative stone, Nothis is a negative stone, the dice cup can be negative depending on it, but when you look at the reading all together, and you look at what the message could be, so Rado means, it literally translates to chariot or wagon wheel, but it also is about evolution. So something in your life is morphing, and if you listen to yesterday's reading, seasons change. Fall turns into winter, winter turns into spring, spring it turns into summer. We've just crossed over from summer into my favorite season, which is autumn. But things change, and in order for things to change, there has to be death and rebirth, and that, so something in your life is about to change, or something in your life is changing, or something in your life you want to change, and Spirit is saying it's okay. And the dice cup we know the least about in the Elder Futhark alphabet, but there could be any number of reasons why this change is coming about. And so the lesson from Spirit is the message from Spirit is don't invest your energy in the why. You're changing. You know what it is you want to change. It doesn't matter why. You just know that you need to. And the things that you can't control, and I thought this is interesting, we always think about Nothis as being the necessity stone, the needy stone, what do you need? There's something that's needing. And remember, you can't control the things that you need. but it also means self-reliance, endurance, and survival, right? So you can't control that. You have the ability to make this through. Like, you have it. What you can control is the chaos that can come from making a change. And not everybody gets excited about the changes that we make in our life, right? As if you've watched the channel for a long time, you know that I was very religious. I was going to be a nun. People weren't excited when I started reading rune stones. People are still not excited that I do it. And so, but you can manage that chaos, because I tell them I love them. They know that I'm still Christian. But we're never going to agree. They think this is witchy and occultish. I don't agree. And we're not going to agree. So, like, you can manage the chaos. You can manage, and just to be thorough, Hagelas is wrath of nature, uncontrolled forces. Like, how can you control uncontrolled forces? Well, I work in disaster recovery for the Red Cross, and, when you go down, to a place that's been hit, you can see people who've prepared for the storm. They've boarded up their windows. They took precautions with, like removing all of their, antiques or family albums or whatever from the basement. People have rebuilt their house on stilts. People prepare for the wrath of nature all the time. So you just kind of have to prepare your heart and prepare your space for whatever changes you are making. And it's okay. It's okay to let some things go. You can let things go in love. You can walk away and say, love you, but I want to try this new thing now, and I wish you well. And what does it mean? Like, if you can control the forces, if you can control the things, this new road for you is going to be amazing. Like, it's going to be awesome. And just to be thorough, Fehu is wealth, abundance, luck, energy, foresight, fertility, and creation. So this is a good thing. This new path, this new thing that you're doing, this new thing you're thinking of, doesn't matter why you want to do it. Just matters that you want to do it. It's not going to be easy. Not everybody's going to be excited about it. There might be a backstabber in there. The sense that I'm getting. There's going to be people who aren't happy about it. Who are going to think you're not loyal to them. And the Scottish people, Celtic people, were extremely loyal. There are going to be people who think you're not loyal, but you're doing this for you. You're doing this for your goals, and you're going to be successful. And not everybody's going to come along on the ride. It's okay. It really is okay. All right, let's just read some cards so that we get an idea of if Spirit has anything else to say. I'm very, very loyal, so it's often hard for me to make changes. But over the course of my career, I've had just amazing opportunities throughout my whole career to do cooler things and newer things, and partnerships with MIT and partnerships with Penn State and things like that. And I knew going into them they were going to be short-lived, because the contracts were only for 2 years or summer or whatever it was. But it was they were great experiences to do, and like, it's okay. It's like, okay, it's okay to move on, because you meet new people, and I'm friends with everybody that I met, in all of these different spaces and these opportunities. I think, I've done my DNA, so I know there's a teeny bit of gypsy in me, so I don't mind moving on to new adventures, I'm always looking at the horizon for new opportunities. As I get older, I'm a little bit more interested in stability, at least for my children, because we move them around a lot, to do cooler and cooler things. But so I'm not really interested in that kind of movement anymore, although my retirement plan is to play bagpipes and hike all over the place, but have a home base, right? So it's okay to move on to new things. What makes it hard is because you love people, and you love you love what they, you love parts of the things that you do. But if you want to grow and you want to achieve your goals, you have to sometimes move on to new things. So it's on the bottom: celestial, cosmos, creation, and spiral. Some things are written into the stars, right? Some things are meant to be, and Spirit's nudging you along and putting you on the path. You're now on the path that you need to be on. So get there. All right. Let's pull three passes. If anything comes out, that's great. If nothing comes out, We'll know that Spirit, well, something already came out, so we know Spirit has something else to say. Pass 2 and pass 3. Anything else, Spirit? We just got one card. What do we have here? We have the Green Fairy, Mischief, Freedom, and Reckless. And this card can be interpreted a few different ways, but really the sort of the bottom line message of this card is to have fun. You know, like, don't be too serious. Like, do what's going to bring you the most joy, but don't be reckless. Like, don't be reckless with people's hearts. Don't be reckless with your financial resources. Don't be reckless with your, you know, emotional resources or support. You know, like, have fun, but you know, and lighten up a little bit. Like, lighten up and see the fun in things, and make choices that will bring you joy, right? Let's take a look at Earth Wisdom. See what Earth Wisdom has to say. I should shuffle first, shouldn't I? So, as you know, if you watched yesterday's episode, I'm thinking about something new, which, if I do it, will kind of alter a lot of the other things that I do, just because of the time commitment. And I'm aware of the time commitment, so I have to be really careful, you know, that I'm ready to make that kind of a commitment. Talking about responsibility. So I'm just talking about that. Like, it's not something that you can kind of do half-assed. You have to really, like, if you're going to commit to it, then you need to commit to it. And I certainly have the maturity to commit to it, but it would mean that I would have to, you know, minimize some other things in my life. All right, 3 passes. Wait, I'm going to start over because I don't know if that was falling out of my hands or what. Pass 1. Pass 2. Pass 3. Holy smokes. Lots and lots came out. Alright, relief and practical intuition came out together. And practical intuition is about, like, I mean, everybody has the skill of intuition, whether it's developed or not, but practical intuition is really about solid choices that are good for you in the practical world. So, you know, should I eat 10 cupcakes? No, I should not. That's practical intuition. So, you know, I think as regards to this, it's like, once you decide to get on this path and go, you're going to find relief. You know that this is the path that you're meant to be on. And use your practical intuition. And then these came out together: healing, grief, and clarity. And we had clarity yesterday too. Clarity is about really kind of seeing through the fog, seeing through the nonsense. And, you know, it's going to be hard, I think, many of us who are on this path to make this new choice. Not everybody's going to be happy about it. And so, you know, just try to keep your sense and your wit about you, so that you can heal your own grief as you move through, but also help others who might be grieving that they are losing you. And this kind of came out on top of it, which is big picture. Like, keep the big picture in mind. What's the end goal, right? The end goal really is what you want out of this physical life, right? You are obligated to you. You can be kind to others. You can be, you know, you can have a heart for others. I certainly do. But at the end of the day, and at the end of this journey, it's you who has to be fulfilled, right? Right. The last 2 that came out together were prosperity and understanding. And that's, you know, prosperity doesn't just mean money. Prosperity means happiness and fulfillment, which is what we see in the Feihu card, right? And no, this was a prosperity card. But understanding that you get there because you have to climb up mountains. You know, as a hiker, I like to walk down mountains as opposed to up them. But if I don't walk up mountains, I don't get to see vistas. So, I mean, it sucks. You embrace the suck, you get to the top, and then the reward is there. Then you walk back down and you do it all over again, right? So, you know, understand that the journey is never just easy, right? It's always, it's a journey for a reason. So, I hope this helps anybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm wishing you all the very best in light and love. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.